Hello guys, in this tutorial, which is a sequel to the Linus Smooth Scroll tutorial, we learn how animate each line of a paragraph with the help of two libraries easily. This effect is very popular these days and can help you achieve stunning designs. Let's check the cool animations we have created earlier. In the second part, we're gonna learn how to animate each line of a paragraph on scroll and make them appear. As you can see, on scroll the lines of a paragraph will be shown one by one. Let's learn how to animate the paragraph. As you can see, there is nothing extraordinary here. We have a long paragraph which I have pasted my text inside. I have set the font size and also the height of the text as you see. The most important thing here is I have set the size of the width of the text element here. The library we use here is free, unlike what GSAP Split Text provides, which is premium. But this free library only supports texts with a specific width. Either you must use VW or EM or Pixel. You are not allowed to leave the size of the width on auto or use percentage. It's very important to keep this in mind if you don't want to see strange behaviors on the final result and when your website goes live. We have a main class name for our text element, but we add a combo class too to make it easier to target the paragraph elements we want to animate on scroll. To animate each line of this paragraph, we use four libraries. One is Scroll Trigger, which is an extension of the GSAP library. One is the GSAP library itself. Also, we import Split Type library, which is free. Finally, we need to import the jQuery library. The first line will register the Scroll Trigger extension. It's a must to animate elements on scroll using Scroll Trigger. Then we define a function which is called doText. This functions will target the element with this class name. We target the element with the revealed class name. The rest says we divide the paragraph into lines and words. Also, we set the class name of the wrapper of each line to line child. To see better how this line works, let's do inspect element. As you can see, each line now has a class name which is called line child, and each line is inside a masked div block. Now the question is how to add mask to each line. We use this line to do so. We select each line of our paragraph which has the line child class name, wrap them with a div block which has the mask class name. We have learnt the first part, but let's review that again. We are using split type to split the paragraph and divide it into different lines. Then we assign a class name to each line. Also, here we wrap each line with a div block which has a class name of mask. Finally, we need to use GSAP to move each line. So when we scroll, the initial state of the text makes it invisible and then the text moves up. In order to do so, we use GSAP set and move each line to 100%. If you remember, we have wrapped each line with a div block which has the class name of masked. So we need to set the overflow of the masked div block to hidden, so the initial position of each line wouldn't be visible. Now we need to define a function. This function is using GSAP2, and we move up each line. The parameters I have used here are very clear. The animation duration is 0.5 seconds. Also, I have used stagger to add a bit of delay to each line, so the all lines are not moving up at the same time. Also, I have set the delay to 0.5 seconds. So, when the text is visible, our function waits for 0.5 seconds and then it runs. The other thing you must know is, I have set the initial state of our GSAP to paused, so the animation is not running as soon as we refresh the page. The last piece of this animation is using the GSAP's scroll trigger. We want to start our animation when we scroll and the text is visible. Our trigger is still the text. Also, the animation starts as soon as the top of our text is in the middle of the screen. Let me show you this part. We set the scrub to true, and also, when the users scroll to our desired point, the text function which we defined earlier with the help of GSAP2 gets started. We still need 2 other lines to complete this animation. DoText will run the split type to split our text. The line below it is an even listener which runs again the split type when we resize the window. Thanks for watching this. We have many cool tutorials in upcoming days. Stay tuned and follow me on YouTube and Patreon to get the codes.